सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So Turiya is a state where all the sorrows will be eradicated. This is what we saw yesterday. Now Vishwadinam Samanya Vishesha Bhavo Nirupyate Turya Yathatmya Avadharanartham. Now to grasp the correct understanding or the knowledge, to understand correctly this Turiya state, now the further explanation is given. More explanation on Vishwa and Taijasa. Their Samanya meaning and Vishesha meaning is given now. Let us see now. Kārikā bhaddauta vishyete vishvatejasau prajñakārana bhaddastu dvautau turyena siddhyataha. Now, karyam means kriyata iti phala bhavaha. Karanam karoti iti bija bhavaha. Tattva agrahana anyatha grahanabhyam bija phala bhavabhyam tau yathoktau vishvatejasau baddhau sangrahita vishyate. Now see, what is the meaning is, the meaning of the mantra is that Vishwa and Taijasa both of them are conditioned by the cause and the effect. The technical terms we will see later on. Both are conditioned by the cause as well as the effect. And this prajna is only conditioned by the cause. And Turiya is not conditioned either by cause nor by the effect. So, Karya Karana Baddhau Tavishyete Vishwataijasau. Prajnaha Karana Baddhaha Karana Baddhastu. Dvautau Turyena Siddhyataha. These two are absent. That is, the bondage, the bound. The Karana Bandhaha, Karya Baddhaha. Karanabadha, Karyabadha. Both are absent in Turiya state. Let us see now. Karyam means what? See, anything which is done, that its karya means it is derived in the sense of doing something. Karyam. In the sense of anything that is produced, not doing, produced, karyam. Karya means effect, produced. Anything that which is produced is called karya, effect. In the sense it is produced. Phalabhavaha. Meaning it's a fruit, effect, result. Anything which is a result, which is a fruit, which is an effect, it is called karyam. And karanam karoti iti bija bhavaha. One is phala bhavaha, other is bija bhava. Karanam is bija bhava. Karyam is phala bhavaha. So, karana means it is derived in the sense of being the cause, that causal state. Meaning what? Karoti. What is that? Karana means what? Karoti. It makes us do, or it makes something acts. It acts. Anything that acts is called karana. Karana. Now, in this sense, so one is, karanam is bija bhavaha. That is anything that acts. Karanam. Karoti. Karyam is phala bhavaha. Effect. That which is produced. Now, let us see now. Tattva agrahana anyata grahanabhyam bija phala bhavabhyam. Now, what is bija here? Now see, the seed for Vishwa and Taijasa, the bija for Vishwa and Taijasa, now I cannot again translate technical terms, so I think you have to grasp it. The bija for Vishwa and Taijasa is prajna. Now, how do we define prajna? Prajna is tattva agrahana, meaning non-apprehension of the reality. Is called prajna state. Prajna state is that state in which the reality is not apprehended. It is in causal state. Bija, it is avyakta, a deep sleep state. I don't know anything, ignorance. So, tattva agrahana, that is bija. So, what is bija here? Tattva bija means causal state. What is the nature of the causal state? Tattva agrahanam. Tattva agrahana means non-apprehension of reality. Because it is all in the vasana, avyakta vasanas, so the reality is not apprehended. So this is called tattva, this state is called, that is reality is not apprehended, causal state. Tattva agrahanam, bijam. Now what is phala? This is the seed. The prajna is a cause. What are the effects? Effect is Vishwa and Taijasa. Now Vishwa and Taijasa are the effects, phala, that which is produced. What is its name? Its name is Anyatha Grahanam. What is Anyatha Grahanam? Misapprehension of reality. One is non-apprehension. In these two states, Vishwa and Taijas mein, Anyatha Grahanam is there. Not agrahanam. In deep sleep state, there is total non-apprehension. I don't perceive anything. But Vishwa and Taijasa, in other two states, Jagratavastha and Swapnavastha, as Vishwa and as Taijasa, Anyatha Agrahanam is taking place. Anyatha means perceiving something, that is misapprehension of reality is taking place. Misapprehension is taking place in waking and dream states as Vishwa and Taijasa. So these two conditions. Phala. What is phalam? Bija tattva agrahanam. Phala is anyatha agrahanam. Misapprehending. As non-apprehension of the rope causes misapprehension of snake. So what is the cause for the perception of snake? Cause for perception of the snake, the bija, the root cause for perceiving the snake is non-apprehension of the rope. And the state of non-apprehension, the first is clouded. When the avidya wheels, then the projection comes. So here, tattva agrahana anyatha agrahanabhyam bijapala bhavabhyam tau, these two what are bound by what? Yathoktau, these two, as mentioned above, as said above before. Vishwa and Tejasa. Tattva agrahanam, I am repeating again and again. Vishwa Tejasa is anyatha agrahanam. Prajna is agrahanam. That is bija. Other is phalam. These two. Vishwa Tejasau baddhau sangrahita vishyate. Meaning these two are conditioned by karya and karana. That is karya karana baddhau. These two are conditioned. Vishwa and Tejasa are conditioned by this karya and karana. These two both. अब देखिए, मैंने क्या कहा था पहले, फर्स्ट वन, what Upanishad mantra says, that in the Bijavastha, what is Vishwa and Tejasa? Vishwa and Tejasa are conditioned by both the cause and the effect. Prajna is conditioned only by the cause. Turiya is not conditioned by anything. So, Vishwa and Tejasa are bound by both. Both what? Agrahanam, anyatha agrahanam. We are bound by both the cause and effect. So Gurudev says in his notes, in his commentary, Puja Gurudev's commentary, Vishwa, I quote, Vishwa can be considered as a poor victim of both the cause, the ignorance, and its effect, the world of objects. In a diluted, in a simple way to understand. एक और कारण से बद्ध हुए हैं हम, दूसरे और कारिका पिटाई भी हम ले रहे हैं. एक और अज्ञान, दूसरे और दुनिया का सताते रहते हैं. We are bound by these two, Karya and Karana. These two, Vishwa and Tejasa, both are bound by Bija and Phala. देखिए, what is Bija? Agrahanam. What is Phala? Anyatha Agrahanam. तो विश्व तेजस both मार खा रहे, bound by these two. Prajnastu bhijabhavena eva baddhaha. But prajna is bound by only by bijabhava. That is agrahanam. What is prajna? A deep sleep state, ignorance. वहाँ पे the prajna in sushupti, I am bound by what? Only avidya. I don't know anything, neither Paramatma nor Jagat, nor about myself. Me and Paramatma are one, but I don't know anything, neither ईश्वर के बारे में या जगत के बारे में या अपने बारे में या जीव के बारे में. मतलब there is no absence of total knowledge. So we are only continuous the experience of avidya. I don't know anything. इतना तक कि उस अवस्था में I don't know anything also is not known. Only after waking up we know. So I didn't know anything. I was fast asleep. I was not aware. I didn't know anything. When are you telling this? After coming to waking plane. So prajna is the state of ignorance, utter ignorance, avidya, and non-apprehension. वहाँ पे misapprehension भी नहीं है. There is no misapprehension. Non-apprehension of reality is there. विश्व तेजस में क्या हो रहा है? Non-apprehension of reality, misapprehension, both are there. बट दुनिया तो दिखता नहीं नींद में. जागृत अवस्था is not experienced, स्वप्नावस्था is not experienced. So these two are karya of that bija. Prajna is a bija. What is karya? Is anyada grahanam. So anyada grahanam is not there, but agrahanam is there. देखिए. So तत्व अप्रतिबोध मात्रमेव ही बीजम प्राज्ञत्वे निमित्तम. What is the cause? That in the prajna, mere ignorance. Tattva apratibodha matrameva. Not knowing the reality, not apprehending the reality. That is bijam. State of ignorance. Just whatever. It is not easy. So realization and all, ये तमाशा नहीं है. It's not a tamasha. It's a lot of sadhana is required. Vairagya is required. Withdrawal is required. एक ही थॉट होना चाहिए बस. ओनली एक चिंतनात् नाशमेत्यतः. एक चिंतन के लिए भी such unobstructed flow of thoughts to know the truth, thoughts of contemplation, unobstructed, unintercepted by any other thought, is possible only when two things happen fully in us. One is, other than samskaras related to Paramatma Vichar, no other sanskar should be present in our antakarana. You cannot drop them. They are not by choice. Bharatva is already there taking place. So you cannot drop physically. Externally giving up is not sannyasa or tyaga. So there is a one state wherein no more the vasanas are troubling me, and therefore vasanas are not there. So conditions around me also become very conducive for my unintercepted, unobstructed contemplation on reality. If I am so pure and no vasana, even mosquitoes also won't come and bite me. Health is perfect. Withdrawal is there. No other thought other than Paramatma. Then all this Karya, Jagat will have no impact on us. That state alone we can meditate. But if you take a cylinder, horizontally placed, a cylindrical substance you take, and it is filled with various colored waters, various substances and particles, dirt, mire, mud, everything mixed in that keychat. In certain places in that solidified mud, hardened mud, balls or patches, sometimes liquid, but it's a kachada, bhar gaya. Now, you are cleaning that cylinder, it has one face, one pipeline type, one mouth. So in that mouth, through that mouth, you want to flush out everything in the cylinder, pump everything out from the other door, and you are pumping water continuously with high pressure. But the moment you start pumping this water from one end to flush out all the impure materials in the cylinder, so that it can come out through other side. But the process of the mixture of this good water and the bad water is still there. So it takes a hell lot of time to flush out all the things, and ultimately keep pumping, and at one stage not a single particle of impure particle is present there, and then only the pure water is pumped in, pure water comes out. How long it will take? वैसा ही हमारा वासना से सिलेंडर है. But other conditions are, cylinder should not have top holes to gather other dust in between during the flush out process. But हमारा क्या है? Top is always open. Not for getting higher thoughts and all. To drop all kachara inside. All pores are open. So you will clean 1 cubic feet of water, impure water, by 10 cubic feet of pure water pumping in. But then in the process, half cubic water, impure water or impure particles fall from the heaven, enter into the pores. Maharaj, before I embarked the journey of spirituality, so-called journey of spirituality, which we consider that we have embarked, we were jealous, say, of the outer world, of people. किसी के पास ज़्यादा धन है, किसी के पास ज़्यादा कीर्ति, फेम, नेम, जलन हो रहा था. चले उसको सब मिटाने के लिए हम आश्रम में गए प्रवचन सुनने लग गए, अब क्या होगा? न्यू जेलसी हैज कम ऑफ अदर्स प्रोग्रेसिंग अबव, आई मीन फास्टर देन अस. दैट इज योर कैलकुलेशन. तो दुनियादारी जेलसी तो गया नहीं, वो वैसे के वैसे ही है. So you joined to flush out. During the process, jealousy in the field of spirituality, jealousy in the field of knowledge, jealousy in the field of sadhana. Possessing gurus, possessiveness. ये हमारा स्वामी, ये हमारा गुरु है, उनके घर क्यों जा रहे हैं भिक्षा, हमारा घर क्यों नहीं आते हैं? Earlier you didn't have this thought, no? Before you joined Chinmaya Mission. तो जाने के बाद then another comparison, the Swami is close to them, not to me. अब ये कहाँ से आया है? पहले आए आफ्टर ज्वाइनिंग? बोलो, सच सच बोलो. तो अभी क्या हुआ? पहले जो गया वो गया क्या? वो गया नहीं. इन द वेरी प्रोसेस ऑफ क्लीनिंग वी आर एडिंग मोर. अब हाँ या ना कहिए, हम सब बेवकूफ है कि नहीं? है कि नहीं? बस. तो it is flush out program, only flush out program is a long time tapas. उस तपस्या में भी बीच बीच में लाइक विश्वामित्र जी तपस कर रहे थे, वशिष्ठ जी का जन्म हुआ कि नहीं? But then he conquered. This is a very you can take any example you take. अब दुनियादारी का एग्जाम्पल मैं दूं तो दे सकता हूं. See, before marriage you are not worried whether somebody else husband is good or bad or wife is good or bad because you are not married. But after your marriage comparison begins. उनका पति कितना अच्छा है, सबका देखभाल देखता है, मेरे पति पड़ा है घर पे कुछ नहीं करता है. Now this thought did you get after marriage or before marriage? After marriage. मंदिर में चले जाते हैं, मन जाने बाद किसी को पहला दर्शन मिल गया, बाद में आपको मिला, तो उनको दर्शन पहला मिल गया, मुझे बाद में मिल रही है, मुझे हमेशा देर होती है. मेरे आगे वाला जहाँ भी जाऊँ, जिस सिनेमा टिकट लेने जाऊँ आगे वाला लेट करता है, मंदिर टिकट में जाऊँ प्रसाद टिकट का वहाँ पे भी मेरे सामने, मेरे भाग्य में जो मेरे सामने खड़ा होता है वो बहुत देरी करता है. चाहे सिनेमा टिकट में जाओ, एग्जीबिशन में जाओ, होटल में जाओ, वो बेदर भी मेरे बात सुनता नहीं, आगे वाले को पहले सप्लाई करता है. मेरा भाग्य में पता नहीं, दुर्भाग्य. अब देखिए, बिफोर यू गो टू मंदिर, स्टार्टेड गोइंग टू टेम्पल और मार्क एवरीडे मॉस्क और चर्च, वॉट एवर योर रिलीजियस प्लेस, देयर इज नो कंपैरिजन बिटवीन दैट ग्रुप एंड यू. When you started, that comparison also entered. आपको पता लग रहा है कि इन्हें कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? अच्छा, before you enter old age, you are not worried about other old people. When you become old, then the jealousy of other old, healthy old people comes. But in a very, very process of living, ये वासना हम कर्ज कर रहे हैं और जाल जोड़ते जा रहे, भगवान जाने. अब before, for example, just example, before I took sannyas, there was no बचपन में सन्यासी हो तो क्या, नहीं हो तो क्या. Suppose after the sannyas, suppose jealousy of others, new entering and another jealousy has come or not? A new area. तो हर क्षेत्र में these durgunas, in the very process of elimination, we are opening the new pores to draw fresh vasanas, fresh conditionings. है कि नहीं? जब तक आप फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम गिविंग चिन्मय मिशन में ज्वाइन नहीं हुए तब फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू डोंट नो पूजा विधि यू आर वेरी हैप्पी एंड नो कंपैरिजन विद अदर पूजा. आफ्टर ज्वाइनिंग somebody knows पूजा विधि वेल एंड यू डोंट नो, जेलसी कम्स. आप तो मंत्र अच्छा पढ़ लेते हैं, हमारा जीभ इज अजीब है. जीव घूमता नहीं. इट इज ऑलवेज स्ट्रेट, वेरी हार्ड. Another problem, earlier you were very happy with the hard tongue only. पर हम जहाँ छोड़ने के लिए जाते हैं वहाँ ज़्यादा इकट्ठा करते जा रहे हैं, बस इतना ही. So in tattva this is a बीजावस्था में नॉन अप्रहेंशन ऑफ रियलिटी इज बाइंडिंग अस ओनली. विश्व तेजस में बोथ तत्व अग्रहणम एंड अन्यदाग्रहणम. देयरफॉर ततः देयरफॉर द्वौ तौ बीजफल भावौ तत्व अग्रहण अन्यताग्रहणे तुर्ये न सिद्ध्यतः न विद्यते न संभवत इत्यर्थः. But these two diseases, agrahanam, anyadagrahanam, it is impossible to exist in Turiya. Turiya is neither bound by cause nor by the effect. Then only we can appreciate Turiya Tattva. If someone points out our problems and mistakes as Vishwa and Taijasa as well as Prajna, and then the fourth state is shown which contains or which doesn't contain the problems that we are, limitations that we are facing, conditions that we are experiencing, conditionings in Vishwa Tejas and Prajna. देखो ये यहाँ पे ये बाधा है, यहाँ पे ये दुख है, वहाँ पे ये दुख है. ये तीन तरीकों, दो तरीका का दुख. One is bound by बीज अवस्था, one is bound by फलभूतम कार्य. But these two conditionings are absent in Turiya, and then we will appreciate. Oh, very good, correct. Correct. So therefore, in this causal conditioning, that is misapprehension and non-apprehension, they don't exist, impossible to exist in Turiya. Why? Turiya is Nitya Prakasha Vastu. That will come later on. So therefore, Jagrata Avastha Abhimani Vishwa, Swapna Avastha Abhimani Tejasa. इसका मतलब क्या है? जागृत अवस्था अभिमानी विश्व, स्वप्न अवस्था अभिमानी तेजस. They cannot get experience or realize tattva, essence. Why? They are lost in anyadagrahanam. We only see the misapprehension. ये एक प्रॉब्लम क्या है? विश्व एंड तेजस का प्रॉब्लम क्या है? विश्व इन जागृत अवस्था, तेजस इन स्वप्नावस्था, अपना अपना दुनिया दो देखते हैं. द वर्ल्ड विच इज बीइंग परसीव्ड बाय विश्व एंड तेजस, that is जागृत अवस्था and स्वप्नावस्था. The world of स्वप्ना, dream world and the waking world which is perceived by विश्व and तेजसा. उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? These two, विश्व and तेजसा, हाँ, they see अहम as idam. Beautiful. That is the thing. Because there is no idam, only aham alone is there. Idam means it is separated from me, other than me, द्वैत हो गया. सो अपने हम को भूलकर अन्य को देखना. डजंट एग्जिस्ट एक्चुअली अन्य, बट perceiving other things other than me is a problem with विश्व and तेजस. नहीं तो और दूसरा क्या है? अहम को इदम में देखना, या नहीं तो एक को अनेक रूप में देखना. ओनली वन, बट वन इज सीन एज मेनी. अलग 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 अलग. A child cannot see sugar as substance in all sugar dolls. So he says, I want elephant, I want one rat also, I want one rabbit also. मैं रैबिट को खाऊंगा, हाथी को खाऊंगा, मैं शेर को खाऊंगा, चिड़िया को खाऊंगा. चूहा नहीं मिला तो रोते हैं. सुगर डॉल्स. So, therefore, this is how we are bound. ये अन्यथा ग्रहण कहाँ से उत्पन्न हुई? बीजावस्था प्राज्ञा से. व्हाट इज द कंडीशन ऑफ प्राज्ञा? बाउंड बाय व्हाट? अग्रहणम. अब इसका मतलब क्या है? अग्रहणम इन प्राज्ञा is acting as a bija for anyada agrahanam by Vishwa and Tejas. So not the prajna में जो अज्ञान है ना, that is causing the trouble of misapprehension. इसका बीज वहां वही है. So now again Acharya says, कथम पुनः कारणबद्धत्वं प्राज्ञस्य तुर्येव तत्व अग्रहण अन्यदाग्रहण लक्षणौ बंधौ न सिद्ध्यत इति. Now again, how again? कथम पुनः this prajna karanabadhatvam prajnasya, this prajna which is conditioned by the causal state. How again the prajna is prajna conditioned? How is it this prajna is conditioned by the causal state? Katham punaha karanabadhatvam prajnasya or turiye tattva agrahana anyada agrahana lakshana bandhavna siddhyata iti. And how is it possible in turiya these two are absent? Anyada agrahanam na siddhyata iti. So prajna mein how is prajna is bound by causal state. How is turiya not bound by these two, that is Agrahanam and Anyadagrahanam. This is the question now. How these two are impossible in Turiya? Absence is, how is it possible? Or how is it, it's impossible for Agrahanam and Anyadagrahanam to exist in Turiya, and how Prajna is only conditioned by Agrahanam? Because Turiya state is what? These two are absent. Prajna mein Anyadagrahanam is absent. So Prajna is half realized. Turiya में दो नहीं है, प्राज्ञ में एक नहीं है. Half realized. That's why I sleep more. If not full realization, half realization. Yasmat, because how it is, question is how again it is possible? Because since Natmanam na paramschaiva na satyam napi chandrutam Prajna kinchana samvetti Turyam tat sarva druk sada Natmanam na paramschaiva na satyam napi chandrutam Prajna kinchana samvetti Turyam tat sarva druk sada. Beautiful. Now is it Atma vilakshanam avidya bija prasutam bāhyam dvaitam prajño na kinchana samvetti yatha vishvatejasau tatascha asau tatva agrahanena tamasa anyata agrahana bija bhutena baddho bhavati yasmat turiyam tat sarvadruk sada तुरीयाद अन्यस्य अभावात् सर्वदा सदैव येति सर्वं च तद्दृक्चेति सर्वदृक् सर्वदृक् तस्मात् न तत्व अग्रहण लक्षणं बीजं तत्र तत् प्रसूतस्य अन्यथा अग्रहणस्य अपि अतः एव अभावो नहि सवितरि सदा प्रकाशात्मके तद्विरुद्धम् अप्रकाशनम् अन्यथा प्रकाशनम वा संभवति नहि द्रष्टुः दृष्टेः विपरिलोपो विद्यते इति श्रुतेः अथवा जागृत स्वप्नयोः सर्वभूतावस्थः सर्ववस्तु दृग् आभासः तुरीय एव इति तुरीय एव इति सर्वदृक् सदा न अन्यद् अतः अस्ति द्रष्टुः इत्यादि श्रुतेः. Now, how is this now possible? He says, Atma vilakshanam avidya bija bhutam bhāṣyam dvaitam. This external duality. Atma vilakshanam, which is other than one's own reality. Atma vilakshanam avidya bija bhutam. That means what? Like unlike Vishwa and Tejasa, unlike Vishwa and Tejasa, at Prajna does not apprehend anything. That's what it says. Atma vilakshanam avidya bija prasutam bhāṣyam dvaitam prajñah na kinchana samvetti yatha Vishwa Tejasau. Just as Vishwa and Tejasa is perceiving the duality in the external world, Vishwa Tejasau, Prajna na kinchana samvetti. Prajna doesn't know anything. Na kinchana samvetti. Atma vilakshanam avidya bija prasutam bhāṣyam dvaitam. That is nothing which is other than itself, that is different from itself. This Prajna doesn't perceive anything which is different from itself, which is born, that which is born of the seed of ignorance. अविद्या से निकला हुआ जगत, सारा जगत का अनुभव नहीं होता है प्राज्ञ को. other than itself. Prajna. So prajna in ajnana sthiti. It doesn't atma vilakshanam, nothing it perceives. That is the meaning. So, na kinchana samvetti yata vishwatejaso. Vishwatejas में क्या होता है? अन्यदा ग्रहणम is there. I see something other. In prajna, there is non-perception of duality. Otherness is not there. Now, tatascha asau tattva agrahanena. Now, therefore, tattva agrahanena tamasa anyatha agrahana bija bhutena baddho bhavati. So, tatascha asau tattva agrahanena. Therefore, the prajna is conditioned by what? By this darkness of non-apprehension of reality. Tattva agrahanena. Tattva agrahana means non-apprehension of reality, non-perception of reality. Tamasa. Tamasa, tattva agrahanena tamasa. The darkness which is called as non-perception of reality. Tamasa, tattva agrahanena tamasa, anyada agrahana bija bhutena baddho bhavati tatasya asau. And this prajna, which is the seed for what? Seed for anyada agrahana bija bhuta. This prajna is bound by avidya, tattva agrahanam, non-apprehension of reality, which is acting as a seed for Vishwa and Tejasa. Prajna is alone bound. Prajna is bound only by tattva agrahanam, non-apprehension of reality, which is acting as a cause for Vishwa and Tejasa's misapprehension in their own Jagat. That is the meaning. Tatascha asau tattva agrahanena tamasa anyata agrahana bija bhutena baddho bhavati. This is conditioned, prajna. Meaning prajna is bound by avidya. I don't know anything. That I don't know anything is a cause. Puja Gurudev so beautifully explains in very simple terms. Because what is the essential nature of our pure consciousness is knowledge, jnana, shuddha jnana. Shuddha jnana. So Satchidananda, Swarupa ours. Now, so because of that knowledge, our essential nature is pure knowledge, no ignorance. So when the reality is covered and when non-apprehension takes place, Gurudev gives a very simple example. When you don't know, you can't keep quiet. When I don't know, the deep sleep state is what? That I don't know. Agrahanam. Reality I don't know. Avidya. Agrahanam. I don't know. Okay. Now do we keep quiet? Our intellect you take. Intellect you take. Buddhi. No. It's beautiful. How we project? Out of ignorance only. When I don't know, I project. Example Gurudev would give. Wonderful examples. Somebody comes and asks you, hey, do you know him? And you say, no, I don't know him, but I think. When you don't know, how can you think? So I don't know is avidya, but I think is projection. So our intellect, even though in the matters pertaining to utterly unfamiliar world or subjects also, I don't know, but I think comes. He's a great doctor. I don't know, but I think he's a fool. He's a great scientist. Do you know? I don't know. शक्ल से लगता तो नहीं. That is when intellect is a disease, same thing. So we projects. The moment reality is covered, I cannot accept that ignorance. And I start projecting this way. Why do we do this? Essentially, our nature is knowledge. And misapprehension starts. If you don't know anything, at least you will comment on the name. Do you know his subject is perfect, he is that person, he is a very great person, mastered this and that. Do you know? No, I don't know. Just you are talking to him about me, about him. So I understood. And his name is so and so. Then immediately we say, name itna sundar vyakti you are telling, but the name ganda hai. So name is bad, projection or not? पता नहीं तो जो क्या बोल रहे हैं, बट नाम सुनते मुझे डर लग रहा है. नाम तो ठीक नहीं है. He must change his name. अब से ये बड़ा साधना है हमको कि can you stop by merely saying I don't know without projecting. मुश्किल होता है. मुश्किल है. अंदर से खुजली होती है, बुद्धि में खुजली. And this disease has to be controlled. More about it we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki